Hey YouTube, hello and welcome to week 3. If you missed the first 2 weeks of our keto mini series, pause the video, go watch that. I'll try to have it linked on the screen here, or it will definitely be in the description below. So pause, go watch that. And if you are caught up, here are the results from week 2. I was at 176.4 pounds. I finished the week at 174.3 pounds, which is a 2.1 pound loss. My boyfriend started the week at 211 pounds. And he got down to 207.7 pounds, which is a 3.3 pound loss. Doing normal dieting, you can expect to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. That's considered a healthy, sustainable rate of weight loss according to the American Council on Exercise. So we're still losing weight at a reasonable and fast pace. We haven't plateaued yet, which is all good news for what we're trying to accomplish. I wanted to briefly share a website that I recently found called nutritionvalue.org. I've been really loving this website because it has hundreds and hundreds of basic ingredients, your milk, your carrots, your tofu, your beans, your rice, spaghetti. Basically every ingredient you could think of is on this website, and it gives a breakdown of a nutritional profile, the vitamins, the minerals, the proteins, the fats, the different types of fats, the different types of carbs that are in there. It gives a whole bunch of options for serving sizes. You can do it by grams, you can do it by ounces. It's just been super helpful for figuring out the macros of this upcoming week, dealing with ingredients that I'm not too familiar with. And again, that website is nutritionvalue.org. I'll have it linked below. A quick disclaimer before I get into week 3's plan. I am not a registered dietitian, nutritionist, physician, etc. Those are the only people that are qualified to be giving you nutritional or dietary advice, meal plans, diets, and other recommendations related to your diets. This information is not dietary or medical information or advice, and you should speak to your primary care provider or a registered nutritionist before making any major changes to your diet or starting a new diet at all, as they will better know your unique needs, situation, and can help you reach those goals in the safest way possible. Okay, so let's talk about week 3. Last week we had 2,400 calories. And that just wasn't sustainable. It was torturous for us. It's doable. Don't get me wrong. You could definitely do it, but it's pretty tough for us, especially being so active. So this week we're sitting at 2,570 calories, bit of an increase, and I definitely think it's going to help us stick to the diet more easily. We're going to be having 240 grams of protein, 140 grams of fat, and 43.6 grams of carbs. Breakfast has been treating us really well, so we're just going to stick with that 3 egg, 3 sausage, keto tortilla burrito with the unsweetened soy milk and Body Fortress protein added to it. And for lunch this week, we're going to have a sesame chicken salad with an olive oil based dressing. Dinner is going to be ceviche with cueritos, avocado, and shrimp to boost up the fat and protein content, with a minimal amount of cucumber, tomato, onion, and cilantro to keep those carbs low. I also found an almond-based tortilla chip recipe that I'm going to try out to go with the ceviche, and if that doesn't work out, we'll just have some pork rinds. Our snacks are continuing with the Body Fortress 40-gram protein shake. We ran out of the Atkins lemon protein bars, so we're switching to Quest chocolate chip cookie dough bars, which are the same carbs but just a higher protein content. We also added a package of Crystal Light peach iced tea or lemon iced tea, both of which just have 2 carbs. We just needed a drink that wasn't water. I love water, but it was getting boring. And I added some Duncan Hines keto brownies to our meal plan because we're just really feeling the need for a bit of a treat. And now I have some non-sponsored keto product feedback. So the spaghetti zero noodles from last week were actually really good. I'd never heard of them before. I'd never seen them before in a grocery store until I went looking for them. They were in the refrigerated section at our store next to the kimchi, the egg roll wrappers, the tofu, the kombucha, in that section. I did definitely buy them again. I don't know what I would use them for. They were pretty much flavorless, especially when I paired them with the peanut sauce and the swimming rama, and the texture isn't all that bad. It's kind of like cueritos, which are pickled pork skins, in its chew and chewiness, but it also has some qualities like the the rice vermicelli noodles, which are also called rice stick noodles. It's the things you make stuff like pancit, summer rolls or spring rolls, those noodles that are in there. Really good. I would definitely get them again, 4 out of 5 stars. The Body Fortress protein shake that we switched to, it's good, but the first couple of sips kind of taste like Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola is not a flavor that I want with milky protein flavor. They also have like a much thicker consistency, which isn't bad, but when you drink them, a lot of it gets left in the container because it's flowing slower. So I've chugged them, didn't throw the container away immediately, later went to throw it away, and I can hear a whole bunch of protein shakes swishing around in the container, and there was probably like a good ounce or so left in there. So don't throw the container away right away, or definitely let it drain out. I'd also add that if you make a black coffee and you add the entire shake or half the shake to the coffee, it makes a really good keto latte. And last weekend, we were really craving something different for breakfast. So we tried the Birch Blenders Keto Pancake and Waffle Mix. I think that's what it was called. We did the waffles, and it took about 2/3 of a cup of the mix to make one waffle, which totaled out to 12 grams of carbs. And they weren't crispy, but they were fluffy, they were pretty darn good, and definitely satisfied what we were wanting. And we had some Market Pantry sugar-free syrup with them, which also hit the spot just right. And we had some eggs and bacon on the side. The total of that meal was 582 calories, and I think it was like 13 carbs. Pretty delicious breakfast for not too many carbs. And it was a really nice change to the burrito mantra. And then just like a general point of feedback is that just because a product says that it's keto or keto friendly does not mean that you can just have as many servings as you want. I think a lot of people's diets don't work because they find the foods that are allowed in the diet and then they eat a ton of whatever food that is. For most keto products, there's still a couple carbs. And so when you have 4, 5, 6 servings, those 2 or 3 carbs suddenly become 20, 30, 40 carbs because they've added up because you've had a bunch of servings. And now you're over your carb limit, or you can't have any more carbs for the rest of the day, which can really mess you up if you have other meals prepped. Another issue is a lot of keto foods are high in fat, and fat is 9 calories per gram. Those foods are inherently high calorie. So if you have 3, 4, 5, 6 servings, you're also probably going to eat more calories than your daily allowance, which again is going to put you into a calorie surplus and not a calorie deficit. And so you'll end up gaining weight while doing the diet, which is always confusing because you're thinking, I'm eating the right foods. What's not happening? You're eating too many of them. So that's just a general point of feedback on keto and keto friendly products, is that you still have to pay attention to the calories and the carbs. You can't just eat an endless amount of them. With all of that in mind, you can almost always add a little extra meat to your recipe without impacting the carbs or the fats too much. That's all of my product feedback I have for this week. I'll try to get my boyfriend to give some feedback and I'll insert it right now. Okay, I got him. He's gonna give us some.
No, you have to be lower because I'm taller than you. You look so tall.
All right, I got him. Okay, I got him. He's gonna give us some keto diet feedback. So how do you feel about week 2?
I feel like my hunger level is going down, but I'm still pretty hungry.
Okay, and how do you feel about going into this 3rd week?
My wallet's failing. This whole keto diet.
It is kind of expensive. How do you feel about week 4?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think we'll make it to week 4?
Yeah, 'cause we're not gonna quit. We're not quitters.
We're not quitters. Okay, we're done. That'll wrap things up for today, for this week. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's video. I'll see you again on Sunday for another update and week 4's plan, along with how week 3 went, our weight changes, and any other product feedback I might have. Like last week, there'll be recipes and other resources linked or written down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Okay. So I can do math in my head. I think that's what it's called. Did it get inserted? I don't know, because I have to record it later. It will definitely be in the description below. It will definitely be in the description. 3